In the world of luxury SUVs, every year brings fresh contenders, but only a few manage to truly change the game. Today we're looking at a machine that promises to do exactly that. A bold design, cutting-edge technology, and raw power all packed into one SUV that's already making headlines. But here's the question. Is this just another pretty face in the showroom, or does it have the performance and character to back up its looks? Stay tuned because we're about to take a closer look at every detail, from design to features to real-world performance, and by the end, you'll know whether this SUV is really worth your attention. What if I told you Toyota just shrunk one of its most legendary off-road icons into a compact SUV built for both city streets and rugged trails? Meet the 2026 Toyota Mini Land Cruiser FJ, a throwback in design but loaded with modern tech. It's smaller, smarter, and aiming straight at the heart of adventure-hungry drivers who also need daily practicality. But is this really the Land Cruiser spirit in a new size, or just clever branding? Stick around because what I found out might surprise you, and could change the way you look at compact SUVs. The Land Cruiser name has always stood for toughness, reliability, and go-anywhere confidence. For decades, it's been Toyota's flagship off-road legend, the SUV people trusted in deserts, mountains, and even the streets of suburban America. But now, Toyota is taking a bold new step. For 2026, they're introducing something very different, the Mini Land Cruiser FJ. A compact, more affordable version of the classic icon, designed to bring rugged adventure into a size and price range more people can actually use every day. At first glance, it feels like Toyota is combining two worlds, the boxy, retro-inspired styling that pays tribute to the legendary FJ40, with the practicality and maneuverability that today's urban drivers demand. It's aimed squarely at younger buyers, outdoor enthusiasts, and anyone who wants Land Cruiser DNA without the oversized body or massive price tag. And in today's SUV market, where compact crossovers dominate US sales, Toyota's timing couldn't be more interesting. But here's the real question. Does this Mini Land Cruiser still carry the soul of the original, or is it just a stylish small SUV in disguise? In a moment, we'll dive into the design, the performance, and the surprising details that reveal what this SUV is truly made of. Now let's dig into what makes the 2026 Mini Land Cruiser FJ stand out, because this isn't just another compact SUV with a rugged name slapped on. Toyota has gone all in to make sure it looks, feels, and drives like a true member of the Land Cruiser family. Start with the exterior. The design is bold, boxy, and instantly recognizable. Think retro-inspired round headlights, a squared-off grille, and short overhangs that give it that tough, ready-for-anything stance. It's not massive like the full-size Land Cruiser, but that's the point. It's compact enough to handle tight city streets, yet still looks at home on a rocky trail. You can already picture it parked outside a trendy cafe downtown or splashing through mud on a weekend camping trip. Inside, Toyota kept the same balance of rugged and modern. You'll notice durable materials that can handle muddy boots and sandy gear, paired with big digital screens and smart connectivity. The cabin feels practical but not cheap, the kind of place where you'd feel just as comfortable commuting during the week as you would loading up kayaks or mountain bikes for an adventure. The boxy shape also means more headroom than you'd expect, which families and taller passengers will definitely appreciate. But the real excitement is under the hood. Toyota hasn't confirmed every trim yet, but early reports point to a turbocharged four-cylinder engine, possibly paired with hybrid technology, designed to deliver strong low-end torque, the kind you want for off-road climbs, while still giving decent fuel economy for city driving. Some versions are expected to come with full-time all-wheel drive and off-road driving modes, which could make this one of the most capable small SUVs in its class. Imagine pulling onto a dirt road, switching into trail mode, and actually feeling confident that this compact rig won't leave you stuck. And then there's safety and tech. Toyota is packing this SUV with its latest Safety Sense suite, adaptive cruise, lane keeping, pre-collision braking, the whole package. Combine that with a modern infotainment system, wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, and available premium sound, and it starts to feel like a true daily driver. Now it's not all perfect. Rumors suggest pricing could land higher than some rivals like the Ford Bronco Sport or Jeep Compass, which means buyers will need to decide if the Toyota badge and Land Cruiser heritage are worth the extra dollars. And while the size is a plus in the city, some die-hard Land Cruiser fans may feel like this mini version doesn't quite live up to the unstoppable reputation of the large. So where does that leave us? On one hand, you've got a compact SUV that looks iconic, feels practical, and promises serious off-road chops. On the other, questions about pricing and authenticity could make this launch a gamble. But hang on, because in just a moment, we'll break down the highlights and drawbacks that could make or break the Mini Land Cruiser's success in the US market. And here's where things get really interesting. On paper, the Mini Land Cruiser FJ promises a lot: rugged styling, capable tech, and Toyota reliability. But once you actually put it to the test, the story changes from speculation to reality. Off-road, this compact SUV surprises you. The short wheelbase and tight turning radius give it agility you don't usually find in larger rigs. It crawls up rocky trails with confidence, thanks to that torquey engine and smart all-wheel drive system. You feel the grip in each wheel, and even when the terrain gets tricky, it pushes through like a scaled-down version of its big brother. For weekend adventurers, that's a game changer. Finally, a small SUV that doesn't just look tough, but acts tough. But then you hit the highway, and another side of the Mini Land Cruiser shows up. It's quieter than expected, surprisingly smooth, and efficient enough to make daily commuting feel easy. Suddenly, this isn't just a trail toy, it's a practical everyday car. And that's where Toyota may have pulled off the impossible. A vehicle that actually blends the Land Cruiser's rugged DNA with city-friendly use. Of course, not everything is perfect. Push it hard at higher speeds, and you'll notice it lacks the raw power of bigger off-roaders. And for purists, the idea of a Mini Land Cruiser still feels like watering down a legend. But here's the twist. In many ways, this compact SUV doesn't need to be a full-size Land Cruiser. It's carving out a space of its own, one that could win over an entirely new generation of buyers. So, does the Mini Land Cruiser FJ live up to the hype? In some ways, yes. And in others, it leaves just enough room for debate. And that brings us to the big question. Is this the Land Cruiser you should actually buy? Let's break it down. So after spending time at the 2026 Toyota Mini Land Cruiser FJ, the verdict is pretty clear. This is a bold move by Toyota, and for the most part it pays off. On the plus side, you get iconic Land Cruiser styling in a size that actually works for daily life. It's practical, surprisingly refined on the road, and capable enough off it to make weekend adventures feel effortless. Add in Toyota's latest safety tech and modern infotainment, and it feels like the complete package. But there are trade-offs. Hardcore off-roaders may find it underpowered compared to full-size SUVs, and purists will argue that shrinking the Land Cruiser name dilutes its legacy. Pricing will also play a big role. If Toyota positions it too high, it risks losing ground to cheaper, but still capable rivals like the Ford Bronco Sport or Jeep Compass. On the flip side, if the price lands right, this could be one of the most appealing compact adventure SUVs on market. So, who is this Mini Land Cruiser really for? It's perfect for younger buyers who want rugged style and real capability without the bulk of a giant SUV. It's for families who need practicality Monday through Friday, but don't want to give up their weekend camping trips. And it's for Toyota loyalists who want a taste of Land Cruiser heritage at a more accessible price point. In the bigger picture, this launch signals something important. Automakers are realizing that Americans don't just want massive trucks or tiny crossovers. They want something in between, something versatile. If the Mini Land Cruiser succeeds, don't be surprised if we see even more downsized legends from other brands in the years ahead. But now, I want to hear from you. Does the 2026 Mini Land Cruiser FJ live up to the badge? Or is Toyota simply cashing in on nostalgia? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's get the debate going. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe for more deep dive car reviews, and turn on notifications so you never miss what's coming next.